I'll be going through the answers quickly, so make sure your course book is open in front of you, and please stop and rewind the video as you need to. So, got your book open in front of you? Are your answers in capitals? Want to know why the answers are the answers? Then let's go. Question number 1, nice and easy this one. Just before the gap we've got an adjective and collocation, and. So straight away that should start you thinking adjective and adjective. After the gap we've got a noun, and it's clear that what we need here needs to modify that noun. So we need an adjective of some kind. Looking at the context, we can see that we need a negative form of the adjective because we're talking about things which are negative in context. So what's the adjective that we need? Disagreeable. For question number 2, just before the gap we've got an article, but we don't have the noun to which that article refers. So what do we have to do? We have to put in that noun. What is the noun of the stem word? Privacy. Or you might say privacy. I say privacy, you say privacy. I say tomato, you say tomato. Question number 3, let's have a look at the pattern. Before you start, what? Clearly this is calling out for a verb of some kind. And this is a verb that we meet quite a lot with this word formation exercise. It is to ensure. Ensure is the answer. Question number 4, what do we need here? Well, before the gap we've got an article, a, and after the gap we've got of. Both of these things indicate that we, particularly if you've got the gap between these things, indicate that we need a noun of some kind. A what of cord? A length of cord. For question number 5, 2 clues here to tell us what kind of word we need here. First of all, we've got the adjective before the gap, but we don't have the noun that adjective is modifying. And secondly, we've got a relative pronoun which refers to possession. Possession of what? Well, that what will have to be a noun of some kind as well. So the answer is, whose natural curiosity? For question number 6, what kind of word do we need? Well, if we have a look just before the gap, we'll get some clues to find out what that is. First of all, we've got an article. After that, we've got an adjective. Then we've got ironing. What's ironing in this case? Is this the gerund to which the article refers? No, it's another adjective. So what we've got here is article, adjective, adjective, and here we need our noun. Now, what noun do we need? Well, we've got a choice of 2 possible options. If you remember the context, it's before the gap, a little bit at the beginning of the sentence, it talks about each garment. So potentially we could be talking about a number of different ironing procedures. So we could use procedures as a plural noun. However, we can also talk about procedure, the singular noun, to talk about a general ironing procedure in a general sense, which also fits the context here. So we can either say procedure or procedures. For question number 7, identical to question number 6. In every way, not almost every way, but in every way. We've got an article followed by an adjective, followed by a noun which is acting as an adjective, followed by the gap which should be the noun. And just like question number 6, that noun can either be singular or plural as the context allows us to have both possible options, or a choice between the 2 possible options. So here the answer can either be setting or settings. Question number 8, look at the language pattern beforehand. If it proves to be what? Clearly the context here tells us that we're looking for an adjective of some kind, and the adjective is a negative adjective. In other words, that something's not working in the way that it should be working. So we've got to choose a negative form of the adjective, and there are 2 choices to choose from. We can either say ineffective, or we can say ineffectual at whatever it's meant to be doing.